Good morning, Robin Crowfoot here, coming to you from my home in Rostow, Germany. The last several months I've been laid up due to an operation in May. I've had very little time to be out with the camera. So instead I tried to use my smartphone, which did everything except what it was supposed to do. It would turn itself on and off by itself. It would open and close programs at random, take pictures and send them at random. And I thought I would make an attempt at do-it-yourself repair work on this thing. I have a very good friend in Scotland that repairs trail cameras. And we've spent many, many hours together talking on Skype as he repaired these cameras, of course with his video on, that I could watch along too. So I thought to myself, hey, this can't be that hard to fix. I mean, it's just a little bitty thing, not anywhere near as big as the cameras that my friend works on. So I did a little bit of research and came up with the 3 American degrees. For you people that are in Europe and not familiar with the American system, you have, after 4 years of college, you have a BS, and after 5 years you can have an MS, and after 6 years a PhD. So I got the PhD. We all know what BS is, and MS stands for more the same, and PhD stands for piled higher and deeper. So being fully qualified, I thought I would take this in my hand and show you how to repair your cell phone alone. First, we need to take a look at the inside of this thing. So we'll, of course, turn it off, if it will turn off. Sometimes it does it by itself, which makes for, I think that's part of the security system because everything is erased. Your wireless system, keep password, is erased, as well as half your telephone book. But that's just a minor setback for things. So we'll take this thing apart. If I can find the little bitty slot here. Oh, by the way, before we take the phone apart, we should assemble all of the tools that will be necessary to repair the phone with. Now, we're talking about do-it-yourself. This is an at-home project. So you might want to take a look now at the tools I've assembled here on the table. Yes, I think that will cover every need. Okay. So we'll try and take this apart. If I could find the right place here. It's impossible to see, especially with old eyes, and even harder to get into, especially with old fingers, but you simply break it apart. Pretty easy, huh? And inside you'll see that there's the battery, which is good that you can just break it apart. I have a second battery with this thing, and it's pretty handy to change because it goes dead between 4 and 6 hours depending on where the phone's turned on or not. So now we have the inside process to be seen, or the inside contents to be seen of this smartphone. So first we'll remove the cards, the SD card of course, if I can get it out, and we'll try and remove the SIM cards, if I can get them out. Now, this is a highly intricate, complicated piece of equipment to operate, but with luck and a lot of patience, which I don't have, you can take this thing apart and fully repair it yourself if I can never get these cards out. I'll make a pause here till I get the cards out. One of the things I learned from my friend in Scotland was that when you're working on this equipment, it needs to be kept perfectly clean. because sometimes dust or whatever will get in and mess up the little bitty things that you can't see until we take it further apart. So with that in mind, and the battery removed and the chip cards removed, we'll clean this thing up a little bit. Yes, cleanliness is certainly a real factor in these electronic devices. So we'll make sure that there's nothing floating around in there that doesn't need to be floating around in there. If you don't have a sink and a handy brush, you can just always just throw it in the toilet. Now we need to dry this thing out. So we'll do it very carefully that all the pieces are completely dry, because everyone knows that water and electricity don't mix. So we'll just dry it out as best we can with the tools that you have handily at home. You know, being careful not to burn yourself. I don't think you can burn the phone, I don't know. Oh, yes you can. But anyway, that's okay, there's no problem there. No problem at all. Now it's nice and dry. We can be assured that everything is clean now and dry now. So we can go further in our attempt to fix our phone. So now that we've got our smartphone cleaned and dried, it's time to use the tools. You need these special tools for every disassembly part. Sometimes they're not exactly the right tool, so you have to improvise. So we'll see what we can do about taking this thing apart. Well, that doesn't seem to be working very well. Nope. Maybe I need a bigger hammer. That could be the problem. That could be the problem. We need to take this apart. That's not getting it either. Wow, they really made these things good in China. By the way, this brand is Android, whatever that means. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I'm afraid I'm going to have to take this out into the garage, where I have a very special tool that will definitely take this thing apart, where we can see what intricate little bitty resistors and everything else are, maybe one is unplugged or unsoldered or whatever. Well, we tried the little hammer, the big hammer, and the crowbar, and nothing seemed to be able to open this case. So I've set it up on a special shock-proof system here, and we'll see just what happens when I apply the special tool for special effects. So, without ado, maybe I need to do that again. Nope, that didn't help either. But we're making progress on getting inside this monster. Yeah, one more time. Well, took care of the table. I don't know what it did to the phone. Yes, yes, yes. Ah, finally we got to the inside of something. And I think that with a little bit of effort, we can repair this thing. So that's how you do it yourself, smartphone repair. So that brings our do-it-yourself smartphone repair almost to an end. I see this piece here has the only piece that really flew apart. I suspect that was the faulty piece. We'll try and solder it back together and then throw the whole thing in the garbage. Hope you had fun. Y'all, I would not resell this on eBay. That's where I bought it.